Hey, Melissa here. All right, this is part 7. So I was arrested, and because of Eric's lies, I was displaced from my condo for 3 weeks. I had nowhere to live. Thankfully, my sister, her condo was available down in Naples, so I was able to stay there. But because of Eric's lies, I was forbidden to be in my home. I paid for that. He never paid rent. After the restraining order and before the restraining order, I think maybe he only paid twice because he always had some BS excuse. But anyway, I'm out of my place. He's living on Treetops Drive, just like I told the sheriffs all before, but they did nothing. They forced me to have him there, and I told him he was going to do something, and he did. But anyway, fast forward, a month later, it's Christmas. Christmas in 2024 was also Hanukkah, and I was just starting to feel really good, not really good, but good enough. Going back, I would show up at pickleball and cry and leave. I couldn't even play a game. So I get there and I meet these 3 great guys, and we're playing for about an hour and a half before Eric comes over. So if you're ever at East Naples, the home of pickleball championship, it's great. I just love pickleball. But anyway, they had over at 3-5 sections A, B, and C. Each one has 6 courts, so 3 on one side, 3 on the other. Eric comes over to where I'm at. He is 1 away from me, but there's all these open courts. I couldn't believe it. Said nothing. Continue to play. As soon as he's gone, I tell my partner Myron, I'm like, I'm so flustered. I am so sorry. That was my ex, and I'm surprised he was there. I'm just flustered. You know what the next thing that did? He called the sheriffs on me. I was out having fun, and that son of a gun called the sheriffs and I said, Merry Christmas, asshole. So if anything, Eric is Jewish. I would have said Happy Hanukkah, whatever. But I didn't say any of that. I couldn't believe it. Sheriffs talked to me, talked to my witnesses, all confirmed I did not speak with him. I left. I guess that wasn't good enough. Eric really wanted to run me into the ground. Let me just tell you, about a week or so prior, I've been getting all these spoof text messages from unknown numbers, and they're definitely Eric. One from an attorney's office supposedly saying, give me money or I'll throw you in jail. Another one, ha ha ha, I'm going to get you arrested for a year. Keep that one in mind. I'm going to get you arrested and throw you back in jail for a year. Just other things. He was like reaching out to family, reaching out to friends, saying horrible things about me. But anyway, so Christmas comes and goes. Next thing I know, on the court case, they are saying I violated the no contact order. I'm like, no, I didn't. I did not do one thing. We're going to court. It's in January. Now, I think what happened first was, what happened first was I brought up a domestic violence case against Eric. I felt him calling the police on me was harassment. I didn't want this. I wanted it to stop. So I went to the hearing, and I was not allowed to talk about the actual arrest or the night before. The judge said it's a slippery slope. If you talk about the night before, you open the door up for Eric to be able to question you about what happened at the arrest. I said, okay. At that time, the state's attorney, Nicholas Morlock, was the ASA on my case. So he was sitting there. He listened to the entire testimony. I will tell you, I testified during there how Eric had stolen my cell phone from me earlier in November. He was angry with me, thought I told him a lie, and he videotaped my interrogation with his phone. He would not give me back my phone. I asked him to leave. I told him I know he has another place to go to. It's all on tape. Everything's there. Eric had a condo. He admitted it. It was just horrific for my abuser to videotape my interrogation. You know what he did? He then sent it to me. Like, he's proud of what he did. Like, narcissist, antisocial, cray-cray, whatever. So I testify about Eric making fake taxes, like when he had cheated on me with the woman. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys about that and the silliness. Well, I'll have to get into that in a different TikTok reel. But so I testified all about what he does with electronics, this and that. the judge said at the end of the day I did not meet my burden of proof, which I agree. I couldn't tell him about how Eric threw me down the night before and what happened. So when Nick was leaving the courthouse, he went over to Eric, was saying something kind of like high five, the whole bro dude thing, whatever. Next day, I believe, my thoughts, this is my thoughts, I'm not saying it's certain, I believe it was either that night or within the next 24 hours, Mr. Morlock went judge shopping and got a SA-friendly judge to sign off on a warrant for my arrest on a fake text that Eric used, one of those fake text generators that says, haha, you think the cops are going to arrest a woman on Christmas? Good luck, or something like that. So he spoofed it. He put my number, his number, whatever. And then what he did, he sent it to Nick as a screenshot. Nick took that and ran with it and got a warrant for my arrest. Let's stop right there. Warrant for my arrest. He knew that would be a violation. That would be up to a year in jail. In jail. I would lose everything. Not that I hadn't already lost everything before this. So, did he bother to check the metadata? Did he bother to say, hey, Eric, let me see your phone? Nothing. It was just a screenshot. And he ran He ran and did me dirty. So now we're going into court for the allegations of me breaking the no contact order. Unbeknownst to me and to my attorney was this fake text message. The state's witness said Melissa never talked to Eric on Christmas Day. My two witnesses said nope, no contact at all. But right before court, there was a detective that came over and arrested me. He said, there's a warrant for your arrest. And in front of everyone in court, my witnesses, my friends, my attorney, I was arrested and brought in. And let me tell you, jail in Collier County is no flipping joke. Stripped down of all my clothes. Everything you saw on TV, where they check everything, do all that. Yep, orange is the new black. I was put into lockdown. I was not just in a holding cell. I was put into a cell block. I was in there, and I shouldn't have been. And I just remember when my bondsman told me, Melissa, you could be there for a year for violation. Thank goodness when I went the next day to court, closed circuit TV, I was the last case, and praying. I had the COs and everyone else. They knew. They remembered me from the first time I was arrested. It's all BS. It's baloney. The one CO just said, you have a great attorney. And I asked her if she believed in God and would she pray for me. And she just told me, all she can do right now is surrender to God. And that's what I did. I remember I was on my knees screaming earlier that day, God, why have you forsaken me? I couldn't believe I was back in jail again. Anyway, sorry, it gets emotional. I go up and thank God for Judge Cunningham. She was so intelligent. She saw through the BS and she let me out on bond. But had it been another judge, I'd still be in jail right now. And the thing is, they know that my cell phone records prove I never sent him that text. They know. His subpoenaed records show it was never sent. He has a history of using fake text generators with me and his prior girlfriends. I need justice. I need you to share this video. There's so much more to tell. It's just disgusting the way that he has weaponized the system against me, and narcissistic state attorney, what he's done, he's intimidated my witness, but we'll continue with that. Thank you.